for seals and crests. But what we're going to do today, I am going to provide a brief tutorial on how to edit your seal template in Canva. So let's start with this image, and we're going to log in. It's good for you to have Canva Pro, so you can have the transparent background, what you need to put on clothing items and such. So here's the neat thing about these Canva seals. This is different. So what you're provided with a PNG seal. And what we did, because we've had some conversation to help people with their text and for their elements. And if you see, we provided the elements here, so we can actually change the colors to what have you. Now, here's the thing. The PNG file, you cannot change any of the embedded design here. However, you can layer over top of it. And one of the neat things that I've seen with Canva now is that you can take the main image and click on color, and you're able to change the overall color. And so with some of the elements that we have here, you can then click on the elements, which will provide colors. And you can now literally change it to fit your brand or your colors. Now, testing it, it may not work on every color, but be sure to know before purchasing the seal what you can and cannot do. As you can see here, we're changing the colors. If you wanted to remove some of the elements, you can do so by removing it here, deleting it, and you can now pick any of the elements, copy. Then I am going to paste it in the screen, and then I'm going to minimize the size to, and that's just clicking and dragging, moving it into the actual seal itself, playing with the size. And now I can change this color to fit the brand. Now remember, you want to delete the tutorial color. As you can see now, your seal has the colors. Now let's just look at the name. If you double click on the name, and you can put whatever you want to put in there, provided the length of it, understand the length of the name. So I'm just going to type in a name first, and I am going to delete some of this other stuff out. As you can see, it's already embedded. Baptist Church. And let's move that out. So you can see it curved in a little bit. So you can do a couple of things. You can either pull it out, or you can go to effects, scroll down until you go to curve, and then you can start messing around with the size itself. So it's not totally curving, or you can click here and move your image in a little bit to make sure it fits, and move it around. So you can play around with that. You can even minimize the size. Go back to edit. Shape it. It's really there you go. You can play with it, or you can space it out even more. And this is letter spacing. So you want to move it in a little bit so it can fit the curves a little bit more. So it's going to take some playing around to make sure you have your information. You can, even with Canva, add to it. Now, when you are ready to download and you're quite happy with it, you would go to share, download, And make sure you move up your size so it can have a better DPI for when you want to print it on something. And make sure you click on transparent. Now you can turn it into different files. You can do a JPEG file, a SVG file, or you can do a standard file. Now you have all of these things and you can start to build your seal. Thank you for watching.